So I've been watching a lot of Disney movies with my kids lately, and I thought I would play you guys a song to start off the
You've
episode.
never pulled a guitar out on
It's a
this.
new one.
That
No,
is a
never.
new one.
All right, you ready?
No. I mean, yes.
I hope that's not too loud. It's probably too loud.
Everyone just threw off their headphones.
It's going to ruin everything. Just pull your cars over. All right. Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Zach. That's all I got.
All right.
Hey, that's not too bad, though.
I did dig out the guitar out of the attic for that.
Good. It was a good bit.
For the bits.
It was a good bit.
I am committed to this. Good.
What was the last Disney Channel movie you watched with your kids, though?
The kids are into zombies, 1 through 4.
What?
Yeah, it's a...
They've numbered them down?
Numbered?
Yeah, well, there's 4 zombie movies, and then there's a zombies TV show. Anyway, it's a very thinly veiled criticism of racism.
Okay.
The main characters are this like traditionally beautiful blonde cheerleader girl and a zombie boy, and the zombies live on the other side of the fence in the town. And this is the first year that they are allowed to go to school with the not zombie people.
Is this animated or
no, it's live action.
Oh.
And he uses his zombie strength to excel at the football team. Which
man,
it's like I'm desperate to get some football wins. If you get us football wins, I will let you guys sit at the normal lunch table. I will let you guys join the other class. I will let you all these things.
Yeah,
and
so
like,
zombies.
I got to win for my people.
Zombies have
Anyway.
a skill set that works for football, that is conducive to playing football.
they don't. I assume they don't feel pain.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair
Super
point.
strength.
Okay.
In this
Super
situation,
strength.
you have to shoot them in the head if you're going to stop them.
That's the only way to tackle them.
So a zombie linebacker, way to go! Absolutely.
And
Wait,
since it's a Disney movie, they will not shoot any of them in the head.
That's for the best. I
would
think.
that be allowed? Like that's like steroids.
This
You
is
can't-
the Air Bud conundrum where in
Yes.
football rules, it doesn't say you're not legally allowed to kill someone, but I believe it's
Or play
inferred
zombies.
in most games.
So stupid.
Call it a hunch. I don't know. I mean, I haven't reviewed the rules recently, so.
Yeah. Okay. So is this like the equivalent of like DComs back in the day? Like, are they still making those? Like, that's still a thing?
Is that a drug?
Sorry, Disney Channel original movies.
Oh.
Like
Yeah. Well, I think so. I don't know that these were in. You know what? I don't know if they were in movie theaters or not. They could have
no
been.
way was Zombies 4 in movie theaters. There's just
You were in
zero
movie
chance. Come
theaters.
at me, comments. Defend Zombies 4 if you want.
I run a movie theater and I played it.
I will say that saying straight to streaming almost feels a little bit more prestigious than saying straight to VHS or straight to DVD. I don't feel like it's much higher, but it feels a little bit higher. Although you have to produce less actual hard content. You don't have to make a box. Well, that's most of it, and then burn it to a DVD, I guess. Clearly,
That's
I'm
the
not
whole
involved in the production of
no, streaming
of
does sound more
movie products.
prestigious. Even though I would,
You're not getting greenlit for this. I can't afford another box.
I would argue that streaming probably does sound more prestigious, but is it like it just? I don't know. You don't get like some ultra quality director's cut R-rated version of Zombies 4 on the 3-disc.
I mean, they have a sing-along version with the little ball that goes across, which is very similar to VHS. Sometimes.
I did recently get a good, like my parents were just cleaning out some stuff and they were like, hey, do you want this? And I was like, want what? And then like a video came through a lot slower.
I'm not telling you until you accept it.
Right? And it was them panning over like, I don't know, like 100 VHSs that they found. Like, what were some of them? They had E.T., Goofy Movie, We're Back, that like John Goodman animated dinosaur one. Some run of 3 Star Wars movies. I don't know like which
Aladdin
version
3
or
was
whatever.
in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I sent it to you. That's right. Yeah, it was there was Aladdin 2 and 3 was in there, but not Aladdin 1. Simba 2 was in there, but not Simba 2. Lion King 2 was in there.
Wow,
Sympathy.
it's a real deep cut.
Yeah. And so Pete's Dragon was in there. Yeah, there's some good stuff. But then, and they were like, you have a VCR, right? I was like, yes. I've been holding this VCR for like 20 years, this VCR DVD combo. And, I played it like 10 years ago and it worked. For some reason I think I have Cube on VHS still for some reason.
Yes.
And,
Love Cube.
it works. By the way, side note, VCR quality for Halloween movies is perfect. Like
Ideal
aesthetic.
in
Yeah.
fact.
But I pulled this thing out. I'm like, yeah, let me show you. I'll pull out this thing. Doesn't work. Great. So I have all these VHSs. So
Yeah, can I build a fort out of these?
I'm
Sure.
gonna find a VHS player. It's called a VCR. I'm gonna find a VCR, but I think preferable. Do they still have, thrift stores and such? I'm sure I could find one of the old school big old block TVs, glass screen with the built-in VCR inside of it. I think there's some value to that, but I don't know if I'd find that
For whom?
anymore. For all of us, I mean, my kids, but for anybody to have access to this 100 VHS collection that I've suddenly obtained.
Dad, these are all on Disney Plus. Why are we doing this?
Better quality.
Right.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, but if you want to rewind it, you have to
Straight to
press
streaming.
this thing and like watch it, have the lines come through the screen, and
Do you want to sit through the "this is a different time" warning at the beginning of Disney movies?
yeah, have all these
No.
dated ads at the beginning, or like the frustration of putting one in and no one rewound it. Come on, you have to earn your experience watching the movie. So I'll let you know in the group text if I find a VCR or anything that I can use.
I believe in
This
you.
would be the perfect opportunity for us to have like a Patreon or a Discord channel where we could
Hook me up with
just tell people we did it.
Or just fundraise for just a VCR out of all things. Yeah. Good. Well,
Good. We at Animorphs 55, the podcast, would love to hear from you. You can email the show at animorphspodpeople@gmail.com. We also post links to other listening methods, our Blue Sky account, and links to friends of the show on our Linktree at linktree.com/Animorphs55, the podcast. Enjoy the show.
I'm Zach. Welcome to Animorphs 55, the podcast. I'm still Zach.
Still,
Who are you guys?
subscribe to Animorphs 55 Plus to
Find out.
find out who I am.
Yeah.
No, I'm Patrick. I'm one of your hosts.
I'm Alex, a final host.
But we have another host, yet another, besides the three of
We
us today.
Yes, I'm.
She might know she is. We're not sure.
Take two. Give her a
Who
second
are
take on
you?
this
If
one.
it's not in a script, I can't say it, okay?
Right.
I'm Emily Ellett. I'm the audiobook narrator for Rachel in the Animorphs books.
Awesome. And we're so happy that you're here. And
now that
it
I've
is.
mortified myself for all your audience.
as long as you know who it is, then we're
But
good.
okay, so I know we're going to talk about the book, but I really want to ask, what was Visser 3 like in person?
I expect he'd be a big jerk, but I just don't know.
Does he have the giant butt like in the Chris Grine graphic novels?
God, he has a giant butt.
It's
And
huge.
I haven't gotten to actually read any of the graphic
Oh,
novels.
check them out. They have them at the library.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. It never occurred to me. Of course.
I've been checking them out there. Yeah. Yeah.
Your local library.
That's awesome.
Um,
He was surprisingly a gentleman when he doesn't think you're an Andalite.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I have heard that.
We did specifically pick a Rachel book for your appearance,
Yes.
which is number 17, The Underground. I always show this on a format that never shows up on video. It's the pink book, the one that I remember being in high school and being like, "Shh, can I have this on the bus?" Specifically, it's very pink, very girly. But she is turning into a bat, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
Around this time in real life, it was sort of cool, at least where I went, to make paper book covers.
Yes, that's what
For
I
your
was
textbooks?
thinking. Why did you not make
fold
a
over
paper
it
book
and things?
cover?
Well, I always thought of that for like
get some
textbooks.
bright pink
also
construction
sold-
paper.
They also sold as a fundraiser at a lot of schools those book socks. They were like Lycra covers. For
I
your
remember
textbooks.
that. I remember
Yeah.
that. Why didn't I do that? That would
I
have been.
don't know.
I probably just read it on the bus anyway, but
Paper's
like
cheap.
stealthy, like had like my backpack kind of like angled
Well,
in a
and I
certain way or
don't
whatever.
know that you could put those on top of a paperback.
Yeah, I don't know
Like,
how that
they're
would work.
designed for hardbacks.
It just
so.
bends the whole thing entirely. I can't even open it.
Hey, what you reading, Zach?
Don't
50
know.
Shades of Grey. What's that? You'll find out.
So we'll need to figure out the back of the book here. Let's make sure we know what this book is about, you guys.
Please.
What's tasty, good for you, and only takes about 60 seconds to make? Oatmeal. And is making the Yeerks more than a little crazy. Now Rachel, the other Animorphs, and Axe have a new weapon against the Yeerks. Sounds good, right? Wrong! Because it means another trip to the Yeerk pool and the possibility of running into Visor 3 and of not being able to get back up to the surface. The Animorphs and Axe have taken chances before and been very lucky. But this time, their luck may be about to run out.
Dun, dun, dun.
And on the front, we got there's nothing to fear but the Yeerks themselves, which is very generic.
I will
Yeah.
say I don't usually read the back cover before
you
I
did?
actually jump into a book. This time I did, and I regretted it immediately. I was like, this is going to be dumb as hell.
Why? What did it say?
So you normally go in blind.
I do, yes. Well, I obviously not. I see the cover most of the time, and I'm like, I hope they turn into that animal. And so when I'm halfway, and spoilers ahead, but when I'm halfway through the book
Yay.
and they haven't turned into the animal yet, I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore. This is a
However,
bit baffling.
10 words in, you read, oatmeal. And I'm sure
Yep.
your mind was like, what?
Oh no, this is one of those terrible filler books again, isn't it?
Yeah, because we haven't, this early on, we haven't had, Emily, our worst one so far that we've collectively agreed to this point was number 14.
Which one was number 14
The
again?
Cassie into the horse.
The Andalite toilet.
The Andalite
Zone
toilet.
91.
And that one is very much filler. I think that's the first filler. And we can talk about this one on if, yes. Okay. Let's
I'm saying not many things right now. Yes.
yes. So,
Last book, the Rhino one with the internet,
Mhm.
it felt stupid because Jake kept making all these stupid decisions. We need to go to the internet. We need to like fly across the country to investigate people's usernames. And now we're almost all dead all the time, forever.
Mhm.
And this one, I don't know. To me, it came off a little bit better.
then that one, then the warning.
It's still just the most preposterous way of getting into it.
Mhm.
But once they're in it, I guess I can understand the chain of like, we need to do this.
Can you?
It's like motivated by guilt.
Okay.
Like, we really have to go figure out what's going on with this guy.
Yeah. Well, let's start. Let's set up the scene, right? So
Okay.
Please.
So we start off and they're arguing about whether they should do something or not. And that thing is a like fundraiser concert type. No. It's at Planet
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
opening.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they start off by saying it's a teacher workshop day at school. I don't know what they discuss, but I'm glad they're doing it because I don't have to be there.
Mhm.
And so
Connect with the kids right away. Classic.
yeah. So these kids have more teacher workshop days
I
than
know.
anyone. But
Yeah.
so Rachel's like, well, obviously we're going to go to the Planet Hollywood opening, which I guess is at 1:00 in the afternoon. I mean, they don't drop a time exactly, but it's
On a Friday or whatever.
during a school day that they would normally be at school.
Yep. But they do decide. They're like, hey, Jake, I know you don't like us to use this for personal reasons, which I never really fully understand as long as you don't put yourself in danger, but okay. And they convince him, hey, let's go to this. And they prey on Jake's deep-seated love of basketball by telling him that
Shaq.
there's Shaquille O'Neal.
I do think you can make an argument that the reason Jake is, or why they're not supposed to use this power for personal gain is because it increases their risk of being caught out or exposed,
Sure.
or not available in case of a real emergency. Like I think you could make the argument there are good reasons, but
Okay.
also they're middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Jake's just trying to seem mature by saying we shouldn't use it for personal gain, guys. And then every other book has to do with someone using it for personal gain anyways.
And Jake being included in some of those things also.
Sure, Jake. Whatever you say, bud.
Fallibility of the human condition.
That's what it is.
I just love all the things that are happening at this Planet Hollywood opening. One, it's like an outdoor arena that faces out to the ocean, I guess, which, sure, why not?
Why not?
But Bruce Willis is, I guess, drumming. He's playing in a band. He's drumming and harmonica-ing.
Yep.
And they can't wait to see Bruce Willis and Demi Moore.
Yep.
Very, very indicative of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess also Shaquille O'Neal is going to play music with them.
I mean, he is a DJ. So
is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
DJ Diesel?
I think so.
I think he goes by.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good set. I'll say that.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
it's a weird show. And Rachel,
and then there's a
Ralph
fashion
Lauren
show.
Fashion show.
Yeah. Like, why?
And Lucy Lawless is there.
Yes. Which Rachel wants to play it cool. Be like, I don't care about your Xena stuff that you call me, Marco. Oh my gosh, Xena's here. I mean, I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever.
All right. So it is an absolute delight to have the voice actress of Rachel on our show. But I think I would also really, really like to have Lucy Lawless on our show someday.
Oh, I would gladly trade for you guys to have Lucy Lawless on your show, for sure. I would not be offended by that.
We can invite you back.
We're just going to let everyone know.
That's fine.
Everybody get in here. Lucy Lawless is on.
Yeah, and
are there really 50 people on your podcast? Yep. Every single time.
Every time.
Oh, I guess you don't listen, huh?
Yeah.
Lucy.
So Rachel kind of drifts around. They're all birds. So she's like flying around and she notices a building that sticks out, or she's just kind of flying by and notices something at the top, and she sees a guy like running around, in an office building. Okay, whatever. Except he throws a chair through the window of a corporate building, which probably connects with a lot of people now as an adult.
Absolutely.
They should have really thick glass, but they could also have really thick chairs.
Yeah.
So, sure.
And she just watches him jump on out, and it's really funny because she's like, someone says, I think he's gonna jump, and Axe is like, no, that would hurt him. Why would he? Oh my gosh, he's jumping! Like very like taken aback that someone would jump out of this building.
But this is so cool because Rachel gets to brag on her own bird eyes. She's like, normally people wouldn't be able to see through the reflective glass, but I have eagle eyes and I can do it.
Tobias flies up and is like, did I mention thermals? Okay, all right, see ya. I did really much. I very, very much like the following piece here. They all scramble to try to grab this guy in the air as various birds of prey. We've talked about how they've missed a lot of school. For example, Cassie. Do you know where I'm going with this, Alex?
I feel like I do.
Cassie had that one book where she messed up military time, which is just subtracting 12. Then we've had other instances where I'm like, guys, you need to be in school sometimes. They're flying with this guy, and they're trying to slow him down and also kind of angle toward a creek because they can't literally just hold up a human, right? So Tobias is like, let's just drift a bit. Rachel says, down we dropped and forward we edged toward this water creek. I wanted to giggle. It was like some bizarre geometry problem, the sum of the squares of the angles. Would we make it? This
good try, but not quite.
Emily, I taught math for like 10 years.
I think
this is
she's
painful.
going for Pythagorean theorem.
It's like I know a triangle's in here somewhere. I swear.
The slope over the
It is
slope.
okay, but these are middle schoolers, okay?
Yeah, she's
They're
trying.
not doing geometry.
Yeah.
Even the most advanced kids doing geometry are doing it in like freshman year of high school.
I was high school.
So 90 degrees squared Plus,
There we go. There we go.
it gives you what? You get like 10,000 degrees and then what? Rachel, yep. Go ahead.
Guys, we need to spin a lot.
Okay, that's the solution. Oh, man. Anyways, I thought I had to point that out. As soon as I saw it, I had read it like 3 times to make sure I read it right.
All I could think of with this one is what is it? The line from Monty Python where he says, "It's not a matter of where he grips it; it's a matter of weight ratios. A 1-pound bird cannot carry a 2-pound coconut."
Yeah,
it's very much the energy that I got from this moment in here.
But they get her. They are able to get this guy into the water, and they drop him in, and they're all like flying away, demorphing, whatever.
We did it. We're heroes.
And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, he's stuck underwater now. I hate this guy so much."
He hit the water so hard, even with all their help, that he is stuck in the river mud up to his knees.
10 feet down. So it's been a while since I've jumped into the deep end of the pool, but I still don't feel like, without being very cautious to do so, I'm going 10 feet down and then with enough velocity to be stuck in mud.
Like
that's
slamming your feet into,
Yeah. But
and plus, like I played Banjo-Kazooie even recently. The bird will let you swim a lot faster underwater. I think Rachel really could have pulled him out.
Yeah, it's true. Man,
he might have lost his shoes and pants, but she could have got him out.
If I think best swimmers, I think birds.
Yeah, didn't she say she's like, she dove in and then she's like, "Oh, I thought I could swim, but I guess not."
I mean, penguins can swim. Why wouldn't bald eagle?
There's swim, and then there's grabbing a full-grown person out of mud at the bottom.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all. Like, it's this idea of, I believe I can do it, and we've been in so many dangerous, life-threatening circumstances. Why won't this one work out? And that's boldness and confidence that only middle schoolers are going to have.
Yeah.
But she just goes dolphin and just rams him and then switches back to human to get the guy to come out. Hooray.
This is a repeat of the rhinoceros in the last book. He's not going to be able to sit down for a week, but I am a dolphin this time.
Yeah. But
we find out that the guy's name is George Edelman and that he got CPR from Arnold Schwarzenegger, which, again, just everybody's here at this Planet Hollywood opening. And then we get a very blithe line that I believe it was trying to be meaningful. Because it was part of a bigger paragraph and everything. But the direct line is, what is it with people killing themselves? What's the deal?
What's the deal?
I get it. I hear you. And I think that you're grappling with this, but it's just such a silly kind of like, I don't know.
I thought it was interesting that they said, they never said suicide. They just said tried to kill themselves. But in a book series that has always said destroyed instead of killed.
Yeah, it's a very direct approach.
I guess it was more jarring that way, right? For a middle school reader. But yeah, the guy's saved. And they don't really know why he did this, but whatever. And Rachel's kind of like, whatever. I don't care. And they're like, well,
we save people all the time.
We should check on this guy. And she's like, why? I don't. It's fine. Like I already did this. And even Cassie is kind of like, hey, you saved his life. Like, and Rachel's kind of standoffish. Like, I don't want to take responsibility for him just because I saved his life, which is a valid point if you're 12.
It's heavy.
Yeah. So
he owes me a life debt. I don't owe him a life debt.
Right.
I don't owe him anything.
So they decide to. Is this when they find out that he's been committed somewhere?
Rachel is at her home, and she is yelling at her sister about throwing out her week and a half old kung pao shrimp.
That's right. It's like a whole 2 pages of this.
Yeah, and her sister's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know you wanted to eat your rotting shrimp."
Oh, the heaviest of sibling spat. They're like sarcasm and just all kinds of stuff. Pretty great. I wonder if I can find that.
Probably not. Anyway.
I have it in front of me.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's use the Rachel voice to do the book from the Rachel book.
How much am I reading?
This fight was great.
The whole fight?
No. This part about the shrimp.
If you'll start
I
around
can't
page
find it.
1 and end at, whatever the end of it
Well,
is,
that's in bed,
just somewhere around there. Just, I don't know.
Somewhere in
Let's
there.
eyeball it.
You ate my Szechuan shrimp. I was saving it. I want it. I want it right now. Rachel, I took your stupid shrimp yesterday and I threw it out. What? You threw out my Szechuan shrimp? You are always doing something with my leftovers. It was already a week old, duh. It was too old, duh. It would have made you barf up your kidneys, duh. Shrimp doesn't exactly stay good forever, duh. And, oh, by the way, did I mention duh? You should have asked me. Okay, Rachel, should I have thrown out your rancid, bacteria-crawling, moldy leftovers like Mom asked me to? Or should I have left them for you to eat so you'd end up having to get your stomach pumped?
Okay, everybody needs to go out and buy this book.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's
great.
beautiful.
Have no idea if that is the same way I narrated it because that was a few years
It
ago.
worked for
but-
me.
Thanks, guys.
Very, very sibling energy with that just escalating duh
Ooh.
at the end of it. Just, it's
Yeah.
that's exactly how I picture that.
Yep.
I do have 2 younger sisters, yes.
So
Perfect.
the experience is real.
The
Gotcha.
experience is very real.
And see, guys, I told you it's more believable if you move while you record.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
everyone can see it who's listening right
Yes.
now. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So,
Ah.
so her mom comes home, settles the argument, and said, and her mom's a lawyer. We've established in previous books, and she's small world, I think, representing this guy out of all the lawyers in the city, representing this guy because he's been committed to a mental hospital for muttering crazy things about aliens living in his head, called Yorts or something. I think is what her mom said. So the Animorphs are like,
or
"Oh, snap."
Yorks or something.
There you go. So they're immediately like, oh gosh, what does this mean? And there's a good portion of this book, like a longer portion than I would think, of them just trying to get to this guy. It's
Yes.
like
It's
a
very
good
long.
5, 6, 7 chapters just trying to get in. It was almost like a rehash
Yeah.
of the previous book, trying to get into the internet guy's house, except that was heavily fortified, and this is just a place.
I mean, Zach and I read this book a few years ago, and I imagined, like, I remembered it in my mind of the majority of the book is them digging as moles to get into the Yeerk pool.
Mm-hmm.
And nope, that's like maybe a quarter of the book,
Yeah, like the
or
last
the
quarter.
last third.
Yeah. Yeah, I did forget and then immediately remember when they fell into, so they go from like bird to bug. They try to get into like a fruit truck that is getting stuff carried into the place, kind of going that way. And they end up on a bunch of bananas. And that was when I was like, oh, this is the one with the spider that almost eats them. I remembered that very suddenly.
Yeah, there were a lot of, this is that book. Like 4 times
yeah,
in this book.
exactly. There's highlights in this book that I forgot were all in this book, I guess is my point.
Yeah, they're like, what, just big yellow things. What could this possibly be? Oh, bananas.
Yeah.
I think I heard that they sometimes have tarantulas on them. What?
That would be
really?
crazy.
Tarantulas? Yeah, but I think they spray, tarantula immediately.
Yeah. Run. Yeah.
It's like, did you summon this tarantula?
And it's a very good line. Tobias saves them by grabbing the tarantula and flying away. And they hear him in the distance saying, huh, not too bad. Gross. I did want to point out that this was, unless I'm forgetting one, this was the first, when they dove into this truck in the first place, Jake was like, okay, let's look and see. Okay, we got to time it, whatever. And Rachel just goes, YOLO, and just like dives into this thing.
Oh, yeah, she does.
And this was the first time where she narrates saying, like, I was annoyed that Jake was mad at me about it. Like, I'm my own boss. I mean, like, he can, he's kind of leading, but, we all are our own person. Like, it was the first time I really saw in this whole series so far, unless you guys remember one that I'm not, that you really see this start to come out in her personality, where she's being a little more, I don't want to say isolated, but just kind of a one-man show that just happens to be part of the team.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll see if that plays out, Alex. We'll see.
I assume you commented on it for a reason. So, hey.
Yeah.
But we go from there into, now we need to navigate a very involved descriptions of drywall, sheetrock, plumbing. Look, there's a framing board. It was a little overdone, in my opinion. We had a whole chapter's worth of it.
Like, it's kind of like in the Andalite Chronicles where they're like, oh yeah, there was water. It was a magazine and there was water falling down a cliff and they were putting white cylinders in their mouth. Like, I don't know what that is. But then it was the same kind of energy. Like, I'm describing things and don't you know what this is? And like, I don't look behind drywall very often. I don't know.
You didn't know what the white cylinders were?
He did. Yeah, they didn't.
They're cigarettes.
Yeah. Well, we caught it after.
We figured it out eventually.
Yeah. We know now.
Like,
I thought they were marshmallows. Oh, dang it. Okay, that's fine. It's a different size of cylinder. It works, right?
It does.
We'll talk about this on the next one, all right? On the next recap, we'll go back to this.
Yeah, when we do the recap of all the episodes of this. Great. Right. All right, awesome. So they do talk to George. They find George. And he's just like kind of freaking out, sort of. He talks normal, just like, oh, yeah, hey, this random person that appeared in my bathroom. I am crazy, I guess. So it's fine. All right. And then he just suddenly.
Are you real?
Like, yeah. And then he suddenly just like spazzes out into alien language and then just pulls himself together and is normal again. And Rachel's just like, that's fun little feature you got going on there. But it turns out that this Yeerk is in his head. There is a Yeerk in his head, but it's gone really nutso. Doesn't need Kendrona anymore, so won't come out of his head for anything, but also won't die, and is just a crazy Yeerk on his brain.
This is a wild lore drop in the middle of this chapter too. This seems incredibly consequential. And it starts going into, it replaces part of their brainstem. It drives them insane. They don't need Kendrona, and it'll live as long as I do. So there's a lot to process. And then we just move on from there.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. Wonderful.
Yeah. And this is the book right after the Rhino book where he's like, yeah, I've figured out a way to live without the Kendrona beams. And
the first place I went.
Yeah, here's another one.
It's dreadful. Yeah.
Basically, Yeerks don't need Kendrona anymore. This is really just it.
You wake up. It's raining. You're tired, hungry, mortal. But what if you weren't? Maple ginger oatmeal. Warm, spiced, eternal. Scientists don't know why. Doctors can't explain it. But something in that bowl wants you to live forever. Maple ginger oatmeal. For breakfast, for dinner, forever. Available in the cereal aisle. You'll outlive everyone you love.
You know, Emily, do you remember the first time you read this one? Like, was this a big deal?
The lore drop?
Yeah, like when you
Or the
found out
book?
about this. When you found out about this, the Yeerks can like survive on other stuff.
No.
I
This
don't-
was not, I mean, this is not one of the heavy hitters in the
Y-
early set of books. Like, this is not one of the ones that stuck with me. The Lord, like, this was not one of the heavyweights for sure. So I think this lore, without giving things, well, I can't say that without giving things away. So I shall say nothing. Wouldn't you like to know what I thought?
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you invited me on this podcast?
A recap podcast where we can't
to
recap.
say nothing.
Yeah.
Our fans love speculating on what we mean.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right. There's 2 books in a row of here's other ways around that Yeerks have found to get around things. And, where do they end up going? By the way, we didn't actually officially say that the Yeerk got this ability by eating oatmeal.
Instant. Maple and
Instant.
ginger.
Yes, they make a point
Oatmeal.
of continually correcting each other throughout the book on this. Instant maple and ginger oatmeal.
Because, they make maple and ginger oatmeal with old-fashioned oats that you can't cook in a minute. Yeah.
The way
I don't know why
Mama
they would.
used to make them.
Someone did say, like, oh, maybe it's the maple and ginger. Maybe it's the instant. Like, okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe
I
it's
do love that.
Maybelline.
I remember quoting that line a lot
It's a good
as a
line.
kid.
It's a good line.
Yes. I just couldn't believe they didn't take the opportunity to go, maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Like, maybe that hadn't come out yet, that tagline, but
right.
I kept waiting, especially from Rachel,
Marco.
to be like,
Rachel.
maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah, could have.
Had to have been one of the two.
So their big plan now is, okay, this oatmeal makes them go crazy. That puts a lot of them out of commission, so let's just feed this to a bunch of controllers. Cassie has a bit of reservations about this, and I actually agree with her.
Well, this chapter's crazy too, because this is easily the best chapter in the book, in my opinion.
Okay,
like
when they're arguing about it.
Yes, because we're actually getting. This is why I like the Cassie books, is because I felt like for at least two of them, we got these kind of discussions. The idea of, what is it we're actually having to do here? We're not just looking at this as we got to win this war. And they actually say that at some point. They say something like, we win at all costs is like the first 4 words before you do something really bad. And you get these back and forths that are all nuanced takes on everybody's perspectives. I mean, Axe comes in. Axe, Mr., says Yeerk with a particular intonation that makes it feel real gross.
Yeah.
Says, let's see exactly. How far into savagery do you go to defeat the savage? And I'm like, whoa, Axe, you're dropping a lot on me.
Yeah.
But also, he's exactly right. The idea of, is this a win at all costs and then still have to deal with the fallout from that? Or are we looking at something where we have to avoid a nuclear deterrent kind of situation here? And,
because they're potentially dooming.
It's great.
Yeah, they're potentially dooming these controllers to like having a crazy alien in their head that's like just screws up their life.
That doesn't even fix the Yeerk problem. It just like makes it more complex here on Earth, which is tough. Yeah.
And it did take a while. Eventually, way later in the book, Cassie's like, wait, we don't have to feed it to the humans, do we? But we can get to that later.
Yeah.
Yes. So this leads to another part where, again, we were saying different parts of this book was like, oh yeah, this is the one that has that. They're like, we need to take this oatmeal to the Yeerk pool and somehow give it to people. And I love the idea of like, I don't know, use your allowances, just buy a bunch of this stuff, whatever.
Tell your parents you won maple
Remember
and ginger.
when your disposable income went places? Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
The 90s. Yeah. Can you imagine like asking, if my kid asked me now, I'd be like, hey, can you buy 36 packs of instant oatmeal? I'd be like, no.
36 boxes.
Oh, boxes,
not
that's right.
packs, boxes. That's like $300. You'd be like, no.
Nope.
No.
Anything else? Okay, see ya.
No. Prove to me that you will eat oatmeal at all, and then I will think about buying you one.
I can do like 2 packs, and then I have to take like a 2-year break from oatmeal. So like, that's way too much of a commitment.
Yeah. But they're like, all right, do we know any? So they went to the school entrance way back when. That one got shut down. Mm-hmm. They went to one at the Gap. They haven't revisited it. I don't know if it got shut down. I don't know if it says. But Tobias knows of another one that's opened up, and it's at McDonald's. And this is a pretty classic scene.
And I love the idea that Axe has. Hi, future Patrick. I meant Tobias, not Axe. I mean, I think he explains like he turns human and like outside or something and like goes in and follows them. But he's like followed somebody through the air as a hawk, and then he follows them inside and listens to them order. And I just love the idea of like in the holiday special where Tobias just like flies in and he's just like slamming himself against the window. It's like, I'm a hawk. I need to get out. Oh, he said Happy Meal, extra happy.
I got that at least.
Wham.
Yeah. There's that's the code, right? You say Happy Meal, extra happy, and that lets the clerk know, oh, you're a controller, so I'm gonna go in the kitchen now, and you're gonna let me in to this entrance. It is used in the. I remember this scene in the show. It's one of the few things I remember about the show.
Oh, the infamous show.
Yeah, but they don't. They say, "Can I have a cheeseburger, either with extra cheese or hold the cheese?" I can't remember, but they totally, I feel like, lose the special aspect.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would you?
I know.
There are things to change. That's not one of them.
I guess they didn't have the rights to.
Oh,
this is McDonald's
or whatever,
and we did Hoppy Meals.
Obviously, McDonald's wasn't willing to be a
part of this. Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
But didn't they have the toys in their Happy Meals at some point that they could like? They were like the Transformer things that turned into I don't know.
I remember my super cool, like, hot cakes that turned into a pterodactyl and my cheeseburger that turned into a dinosaur.
Pretty much that.
Happy
I
Meal
don't
toys.
think they had Animorphs toys because if they had, we would have gotten them.
I
And
feel like I would still have them, yeah.
they
Yeah.
didn't.
They exist, but I don't think they were Happy Meal toys. Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Hi, Future Patrick again. So, according to the fandom page, it turns out there were Animorphs fast food toys, but they were with KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut instead of McDonald's. KFC had a bunch of cubes that unfolded with different Animorphs pictures on different sides, and a Tobias glider airplane thing. Pizza Hut had a magnetic travel Animorphs board game, and Taco Bell had the Transformer-type toys with Cassie turning into an anteater, Tobias turning from hawk to human, Marco turning into a shark, Rachel turning into a fly, and Jake turning into a lizard. And almost all of them either glowed in the dark or had color-changing plastic. Awesome.
So they go in there, and I love the idea that they go as flies, they follow in to the entrance, and then there's like a voice that's like, Gleep Biofilter is gonna scan you now to some controller that walked through, right? And Axe, who is just, calm, besides when he's eating, calm as an Andalite.
You did skip my favorite part
Oh
earlier.
my gosh, please tell
When
me.
he puts the entire bag of Cinnabon, including the plastic
plate.
fork, in his mouth. And the line in particular, I'm sorry, we have to go back because this
No,
line
please do.
is so great. There it is. It was a little like watching a python trying to swallow a small pig. You missed it. Anyway, thank you for letting me go back and rectify that. So great.
Oh, it's very good. It's very good. And I remember that it said that they all just kind of watch him, just like quietly. Like,
Yes. She takes the plastic fork out of his mouth, but that's about it.
Yeah, and then she's like, the plate was too late to be saved.
Like, I wanted a cinnamon bun, but this is worth it to watch.
Fun side note while we're talking about Cinnabon bun. I had never had a Cinnabon until maybe a few years before I recorded these books. I was living in New York and someone was staying in our house and they brought me a Cinnabon. And it was literally the first time I'd ever had a Cinnabon. And suddenly I completely empathized with Axe.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Like, it makes sense. This adds up now. This is worth the entire day's calories or whatever it is. Some absurd food that goes into it, but it's like, good God, it's so good.
Yeah. All right. So back to the Happy Meal with extra high. Other food, not nearly as good.
I think when they go into this, Axe is calm.
Sorry. Yes.
But then suddenly says, "We get out. We got to get out." And they're like, "What?" I go, "Okay."
Go.
And they just haul butt out of there, and there's just blinding light. Apparently there's some sort of thing in the entrance that scans for any life forms that are not known, aka morphed creatures probably, and eliminates them. And they barely make it out of there. But they leave all sad and dejected, like, well, now how do we get down there? There's no way to get past these entrances. Technology is insane. And then Cassie's like, but I have a way, I think. Yeah.
Frying everything that's not that human or the Yeerk has got to just wreck their gut health.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, but it doesn't activate if it doesn't know that there's something, because it only activated because it sensed the flies.
Right.
If it were just a human, it wouldn't activate.
Were you telling me that no fly
And
has
it's a
ever come
topical
in
solution.
with someone else to the
probably
freezer?
zapped him. You probably lost a lot of flies
that's
in that
entirely
McDonald's.
fair. Actually, that's a completely reasonable rebuttal, and I have nothing
Could you
else to
morph
say.
could you morph like anything that belongs in a human's gut, and then you're safe?
Could they have done the thing where they just like acquire that human and then they all morph into that human and there's 5 of them or 6 of them in the
As
elevator?
the exact
Not
same
at
person?
all suspicious. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not able to. They're not to the point of being okay with morphing humans yet, are they?
No,
Yeah.
no,
We talked
Cassie
about
just
that last
poo-pooed it in the
one.
last one.
Yes.
Poo-poo.
But Cassie's idea is let's morph mole and dig our way in from the top or the side or just somewhere else. Let's dig our way in.
This was interesting because Cassie, who's usually pretty good about understanding animals' limits and, generally what they can do, says, yeah, let's go ahead and, have us morph this mole and we'll dig down there without saying, hey guys, here's roughly what I expect. Oh, a mole can dig through an entire garden in a day, a week, a month, whatever it is. Instead, she just says, yeah, this will definitely work. And no one thinks about the time whatsoever, including Cassie, who's usually a little more on top of that.
It's probably video games that are to blame for this, but until I started actually digging from time to time, I never thought about what do you do with the dirt that you have dug out.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I have dug this dirt. It is out. I played Dig Dug. This is how this works.
Yeah, it just disappears.
It's just gone.
Mario Party or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife looked over during the mole digging stuff. So background, whenever they morph a cockroach, she says, please skip that. I don't want to, like, that's the only part she says. She hates roaches. And she just is like, I can't. I read this. She didn't have me to skip the digging part, but she did say, I would rather read about the cockroaches. Like, that's how much this part freaked her out. Yeah, and I get it.
It's really visceral, especially I'm not a big fan of, deep ocean. I'm not a big fan of caves and everything. I don't like the idea of having a large quantity of things above me that would just crush and kill me instantly. Or no, not even instantly, too slowly for my own liking. And so the idea of her saying, this is not right. I can't breathe. I can't do what I need to do. I can't turn around. All that, just like my heart was kind of pounding during that. And don't worry, by the time they start measuring how deep a hole is by having a mole carry a rope down it, I was better. But at that moment, it was pulse pounding. It was actually a very visceral description. I liked that.
Yeah, I mean, this is a heck of a way to spend like multiple days after school. It was pretty funny the first time they did it. Like, Rachel has this whole moment. I went down there and I got into it. I started digging. Oh man, it was scary. I got this far. I accomplished so much. Whew, I came out. You dug like 3 feet. 3 feet down's not bad. Now 3 feet at like an angle. Oh, great. And then Tobias is just this. I feel like at this point, Tobias probably cursed, but he was like, this is going to take forever. You know what I mean?
No, it's only a foot down after her first 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. Because they're all asking, she's like, I did like 3 feet. And they're like, oh, straight down? That's not bad at all. And she's like, no, not straight.
Not
maybe
you can figure out. Yeah, you can figure it out if you just do the sum of the square of the angles.
Angles of the squares. Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
It is.
But they just spend a long time doing this. They just dig for days. Going home whenever they need to go home. There's a lot of time lapse in this one, and then they make their way. They surprisingly, and luckily, I guess, because otherwise they'd have to dig more, they find a big open space of a bat cave that they just stumbled across.
I mean, it's scary because, the moles can't see very well, if at all. And she's just like, oh, well, I kept digging and I'm falling. And you immediately think she's falling into the Yeerk pool, which would be terrible. Then you find out, no, it's actually okay. There's this soft, wet substance. It's just fine.
Yeah.
It's mostly dry.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a descriptor I do not like. Mostly dry.
Bat guano stalagmites was mine that they said. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, side note, out of all people, did you guys catch this? Marco, who likes to make snarky complaints or things, he goes, "What we're gonna do moles? What, Mole Man? You can't even picture a superhero named Mole Man." Okay, am I wrong? There is a Marvel character named Mole Man. Come on, Marco, get with the program. He's in the Fantastic Four universe. Come on, Marco. I thought you read comic books.
Marco's more concerned with the bit than he is about the accuracy.
He is a villain. That's true. You think it was a technicality?
Is he super cool?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think he's cool.
It is true. That's true. Okay.
I think this was another kind of spooky point too, because I didn't think about it at first until Rachel demorphs into a person, and she's like, "Oh," and my head went into the area where the bats are. Because it's like, oh, what will happen? It's one thing if I morph in the dirt and it's like, okay, I can figure it out. But this is rock, will I be fused with the rock forever? And I'm like, I wasn't thinking about that. I'm so glad you decided to bring that up, Rachel.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And she
This isn't
demorphs.
teleporting.
She demorphs and is like, she's pretty tall, right? So she's standing up and her like head kind of maybe hits the ceiling, and there's like bats like all around her face. And I love that her first thing is like, "Hey Marco, can you
Stand up.
Stand up on your toes. You're a little shorter. It's very important to me that you stand up on your toes.
And he's like,
Your
"Ow,
head as high as
gosh."
possible.
And they're like, good one.
Got him.
Anyways, love it. It's a good back and forth. And then
So they wander through the Batcave for a while,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Tobias has to get a bat because they never prepare ahead of time for Tobias to backlog any morphs.
And what, Jake or Rachel just like grabs him a bat?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I got one.
There you go.
And it doesn't set off the whole
Nope.
bat swarm colony.
Yeah, what is a group of bats called?
I don't
Come on,
know.
Alex. Oh,
I did a project on it when I was a kid, and I don't know what a group of bats is called.
a series of bats.
A series of bats.
I don't know.
There
I'm
we
making
go.
that up from some other podcast. You
You
got it?
colony, cloud, or a cauldron.
Ooh,
I love
a
A cauldron of bats is
Is
pretty
that
sweet.
Other-
real?
That's good.
Other terms for
Oh.
gathering of bats include a camp or a hangar.
Oh, those are cute.
I'd stick
though.
with cauldron.
I like those.
Cauldron's good.
Oh, sorry. It's a colony is the general term for a group of bats used when they are roosting together. Cauldron describes a large swirling group of bats. A cloud refers to a very large number of bats flying together in the sky. And a hangar
Oh my gosh.
refers to a group in their resting state, hanging upside down,
So it's all
Okay,
like different formations.
wow.
or flying in an airplane.
So
That's not true.
when Christian
Oh,
Bale's
that's
Batman lands in Batman Begins and they're all swirling around him, he is in a cauldron.
That-
A cold.
he is in
drink.
a cauldron.
Very cool.
Today
so-
we learned.
We get our big relief. I mean, everybody morphs into the bats, and suddenly it's rather than the freaked out nature that they are when they're digging as moles, and the idea of like the crushing pressure of being in the earth. Suddenly, it's like, I can see with echolocation, and it's almost like everybody takes a collective like sigh out.
Yeah.
And
These bats choose to be here. I think we will get out if we need to get out.
yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
a big point of relief, despite the fact that they are now deeply proximal to the Yeerk pool is creating all of this danger, which
Yep.
is a good counterpoint. I
Mhm.
thought.
It gives it like it does. You do have bits of relief when humans adjust to their new circumstances really quickly, right? So they've adjusted to like this is terrible, and now suddenly things are looking great now for a little bit.
Things are fine.
You know, yeah.
Better than they were.
And they actually have two ways to go. They're like, I can tell that outside is just right over there, but
Mhm.
I gotta go in this stupid Yeerk pool. Okay, and
You know,
they actually emerge into this giant space that we haven't been in a bit.
Yeah, and so in
Haven't
the
missed it.
first book, we talk about how what the Yeerk pool looks like. It's a big dome underground, and there's a hole at the top. And we made a big joke about like, yeah, the people that Animorphs should like use the mind images thing that they only ever use in the first book
Oh yeah,
to hey, no, there's totally ground there. You should walk over that
And just take
and
over all the
then,
controllers that
fall
way.
in.
Yeah.
Well, we found out that the hole in the top of the Yeerk pool is in fact an entrance to a bat cave.
yep.
So
Yeah.
it's convertible.
lore.
Well, this is a hole. This
What?
is
A?
this is a
This is a
this
family
is
show.
a space hole. It's not the same hole. This is like a side
And
crack hole. Yeah. The other hole, I think you could still see like moonlight, right? And that's where like
Anole is the lizard that Jake.
that's also true. This actually
was
opens
in
up
book
though
one.
later. Like the ship comes. Well, we're not there yet. That's right. So they're flying and they're like, we made it. Now what? I'm so excited about being here. And these,
How are we going to get all this oatmeal through a bat cave?
yeah, as a reader, you're very much like you don't have anything with you. I don't see a way for you to like. This seems like the mission's happening now.
Do you have a tiny mole wagon?
So then they have these two silver balls are coming up after them, and I didn't really picture them. Well, I don't know how you picture them. I thought of those probe droids from like Empire Strikes Back that land on Hoth. That's what I think of.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
That's a good one.
But just with a gun duct taped to them.
Yes.
That's what it seems like.
And a super soaker.
Right. Yes, exactly.
And man, these things are like, again, Axe is like, we got to go. 100 robots. I mean, the Yeerks actually are stepping it up a bit. They're
One
not-
of the deadlier forces
Mhm.
we've faced thus far.
Yeah,
I mean,
Glee
this
Biofilter
book
and
is
this.
filled with all of these things that are deeply lethal.
Mortal
Yeah,
peril.
up until
Yes.
now, it's been basically stormtroopers. Like, yeah,
Right.
I'm shooting in the general direction of the bad guys, but don't expect me to hit anything.
Yeah.
And then suddenly everything is super deadly in this book.
Yeah. And they and these things take them out. Rachel lands in the pool.
Loses a wing.
Which the last time someone landed in the pool, I think, was the Jake book, and that didn't end well, right? So as a reader, for the first time, you're like, oh, I don't like that you're in here. But she even thinks about it, right? She's like, if I go human, then it could get in me, but I'm a bat, so it can't. But she, like, this is the first time, in my opinion, that they're like, you can see Visitor 3's point of view, where you're like, wow, these bandits can do like anything. Like, you know what I mean? This is, as a one-man army, she she figures it out. Like, there's no way she could have done this in book 1 or 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fair.
They're growing.
Yeah.
they're
And it's
growing
not
in
just their
callousing.
prefrontal cortexes.
They're growing more
probably
jaded
helps.
every day.
Yeah.
So, like, her strategy is swim. I'm gonna swim over to under the pier where they're unloading. No one can see me because it's like being under the diving board at the swimming pool. I'll demorph, then I'll morph ant, surf the Yeerk waves to latch onto something to crawl out of here, get up on somebody. Boom, I'm out. Not bad.
It's a cogent plan. I mean, I think the idea of using the surface tension of the water to walk around as an ant is really clever. I think it takes absolute nerves of steel to say, I'm in a Yeerk pool, literally the place where they hold people's heads underwater. These guys swim into their heads, and I don't know quite how much gap is underneath that pier to be able to do that, but I'm trusting that I will be able to keep my ears above water.
It sounded very tight.
Trusting that she morphs in the right order so
Right.
that her ears aren't the first thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not great.
And
No,
then
no.
yeah, everything that they've morphed so far has been basically blind. Mole, bat, ant. Can't see anything.
Yeah. Where's Tobias' specialized now? Come on.
Yeah. Where's your specialized bias?
Yeah. So she demorphs. She's like, I hope I'm somewhere. I don't know. It's dark. Maybe I'm fine. Hey, look, a room full of Draken beams. That's cool. So she takes a Draken beam. And so anyway, I start blasting, and she just starts blasting people. I mean, on low settings, not like shooting holes through them.
Well, it took me a minute to figure that out because she's like, he looked like he was sleeping, but he wasn't. And I'm like, did Rachel just put this guy down? Like, for good? No, this is a stun setting. Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
it says which
that's
of
fine.
course he was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Which he was.
just
yeah.
a moment of, oh my goodness. Rachel's decided to go full evil playthrough.
She's all
I love
in.
that.
If anyone were going to, it would be Rachel.
That's right. She makes her way out and starts pretending to be a controller, which works.
She zaps somebody, a lady who's in fancy clothing, and
Takes her
she's like,
clothes.
I am good at wearing fancy clothing.
Mhm.
Give me a clipboard. I am set for a disguise.
Yep.
Shoots her, steals her clothes, reads her to filth, leaves the room.
Yep.
I love that
Yep.
sequence. Just fantastic, girl.
Yep. And at this point, then she finds, oh gosh, Axe is like an Andalite and is just on all fours, like screwed. And then Marco
Wait,
is
how many is Axe
Fours.
supposed to be on?
normally. Yes, I thought of that after
Yeah.
as I said that.
Okay.
Maybe like his knees.
Axe is on like all sixes, sevens if you count his tail. No, put your eyes on the ground too. We're gonna get eye score.
High score. Stupid.
Yeah, sorry.
So Marco's like thought speaking her, like, I don't know where you are, and Rachel's like, oh yeah, I can't talk back. That's so frustrating because I'm not Morph.
Right.
I don't know where Cassie is. I think Marco tells her, hey, Jake and Tobias have been taken. They're bats, I think. I mean, it seems like a pretty dire situation. I mean, I guess every book they have a dire situation, but this one seems pretty. I mean, they're in the heart of the enemy territory, you know? So she finds Cassie, and in the end, Visitor 3 is here because we haven't had our Visitor 3 fix for the book yet.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he does a good job at. Oh, please go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, there's the big reveal before we find Cassie.
Okay. Please.
Which is
What did I forget?
where the like 18-year-old girl gets like called out for having oatmeal contraband. And that's how Rachel finds out that they have 200 pounds of it.
Yeah. There's
here.
Right. Yeah.
What's the average weight of an instant oatmeal packet?
Negligible, I
think. Let's all right. Let's go 1 ounce. To get to 200 pounds, you need 3,200. What is it? No, 3,200. Am I doing that right?
It's probably an oil drum, like one of those plastic oil drums. Basically, most of the weight is the oil drum, I would guess.
Yeah.
That's how you store your oatmeal, right?
So we do have that in the background. Cassie's like, I feel like that's the key, because like if anything, that just like makes craziness happen. But Visitor 3 shows up because he's ready to catch the Andalite bandits, and I'm sure he'll get them this time. Alex, did you feel suspense about this?
I will say, I thought Visitor 3 did a good job of locking down security this time. He said, nobody move. Like, we're not going to say, oh, let's, follow protocol. No, do not move.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. If somebody moves, shoot them.
Yeah.
And if it had been anybody else other than Rachel, I believe that it might have worked for a little bit longer. But Rachel's like, you know what? Violence hasn't stopped solving problems for me. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm Rachel. Don't tell me what to do.
That guy's an Andalite. Blam, blam, blam. I'm running.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love it. She like put like a drake into like someone's chest and just like did it and was like hoping the Flash wouldn't show up. I mean, she's like taking people out.
Left
kind of nuts.
I love it. I love that. And also, the other feature that I loved in this is she says, he's an Andalite. And this is the Andalite in all caps in my copy of the book. So I could hear it in the same voice that every other Yeerk has been saying.
Yeah.
Which is great.
So they're all like, oh, yeah, that girl is a controller. Look how much she hates Andalites. Okay, I get it.
Obviously.
Yeah. And so complete pandemonium. Everyone goes into battle morphs. And then at this point, it's not everyone. I think some people still are like left as bats, but like it's again kind of time lapsey, right? It's like, oh, and then we sorry. I'm mistaken.
Rachel headbutts through the wall as an elephant. She's an elephant now.
Oatmeal, yeah.
She grabs an oatmeal and throws it in the thing, and she's like, Marco, you are a gorilla, and standing next to me, aim your Draken beam at the oatmeal in the pool. Maybe it'll explode or at least have a hole in it, and then all those Yeerks will be basically ruined. And Visitor says aloud to everybody,
don't care.
I don't care about those Yeerks as long as I'm okay.
Yeah.
As true now as it was then.
Yeah.
If only it didn't feel so topical.
Yeah, right. Right. And then right then, she picks him up and just throws him in the pool. It's like, do you care? Yeah. Suddenly, and then it was written very much like, suddenly Visitor 3 decided, yes, he did care.
But there's something in there about how because Andalites absorb food through their hooves, he wouldn't be able to stop eating the oatmeal.
Yeah.
Which makes me think like he's got to be so full
all the
if he
time.
Walks around on grass.
I mean, if it's the way I saw it was like, if it's addictive, it'd be like, oh no, you accidentally sprinkled some heroin in my oatmeal and now you're addicted to heroin. That was more of what I was kind of, remembered now that this is a family show. I apologize. If we need to go ahead and delete that, that's perfectly fine. I just trying to give an analogy.
That's cool. I get it.
But yeah,
oatmeal. But okay, so I swim laps sometimes, and yeah, the pool water gets in my mouth, and as much as I try to go like blah every time that happens, it's still gonna get in there.
What if it was addictive pool water?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Then you're just chugging down chlorine, that overchlorinated pool from 1997.
Yeah,
you get your head out of the pool.
I can smell it.
It's our pool water.
Yeah, so then now it's like, let's make a deal, right? I'll let you guys run up the stairs, but I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to come after you. Basically, I'm going to give you a head start, and they're all injured or like half morphed or tired and just not doing great. He starts flying after them, and Rachel just takes the Draken beam some more Blast the
You know,
ceiling. Yeah.
He has turned into some horrible nightmare creatures so many times that I don't know if they just didn't describe it in this book or if I just like, yeah, I'm sure it's horrible. I'm not even going to bother picturing it. It's just a whole bunch of heads, whole bunch of arms, probably shoots fire, whatever. It's
Yeah.
bad news. Don't let it catch you. Cool.
Yeah,
Run.
because he never really repeats them, right? But I think this one was like a porcupine bird thing.
Porcupine, pterodactyl.
That's right.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl that
Yeah.
probably shoots big old spines like
Or something.
the Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the manta ray.
Yeah, like that.
Right.
Yeah, and so she's like, I can't take this guy down, but I can take the ceiling down, and we'll all turn mole. And again, very time lapse. He's just suddenly like,
If we
and
don't
then
get crushed.
oh yeah, everything lands on us. Marco and Cassie aren't even human yet, so they got to demorph and then remorph. It's probably fine. And we all just dug for a long time, like so long they had to do like remorphs and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, is the I guess we don't know. Is the Yeerk pool just like done? Like I mean, I guess the entrance is maybe done.
I guess one entrance. They probably can't go to the Arby's one
Okay.
anymore.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
yeah, I assume they've all got to be like so grounded by the time they get home. It's like you've been gone all week and now you're gone all night. What have you been doing?
Yeah. They
Probably-
did, since Visitor 3 went back on his thing and didn't let them actually go. They also went back on their thing and blasted the barrel in the pool anyways.
Right.
So there was something happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one feels great, but war is war, I guess, right? So then
We
they
won't
get
talk
home.
about it in this book.
Yeah. So then they get home and they're tired. Oh, and Rachel's like, I had to go visit Mr. Edelman and talk to him, and essentially she let him out. She busted him out of the hospital because she felt bad for the guy. And the end?
The end.
Yeah.
Like very abrupt tie-up.
Yeah, again, it was a
Yeah.
very fast wrap up. Considering it took like 7 chapters to get into Mr. Edelman's house, it took like half a chapter to get out of the Yeerk pool. Sometimes that happens with these books. They're like, oh crap, we're at the page limit. Okay. Well, what'd you guys think?
You know, I have memories of this one being like, oh, it's a stupid, silly book, oatmeal, whatever. And I don't know. I thought it was a lot more complex and fun this time.
Okay.
You know, like it was like, okay, let's get through this, getting into the crazy house thing. Let's get through the
That was long.
mole thing. Seemed like a plan that a 12-year-old would come up with. And then once they got into the Yeerk pool, it felt like these are good decisions. I mean, it's a Rachel book. Jake basically has no lines, so it's a good plan.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Jake.
Poor Jake.
Poor Jake. Too many head injuries.
Mhm.
But yeah, it just all the morphing, you just feel how tired they were and basically like holding each other at gunpoint, like, yeah, I'm gonna back out of this room. You don't
Yep.
follow me.
Yep.
And it just it felt tense and dramatic and fun that whole time. Again, it's like a preposterous situation that led to all of this stuff.
Yes.
I don't know. I thought it was a lot better than I remembered it, though. I'm going to give it a 7 just because I like it. This is 1 to 10, and
0 to 10 if you really
Yeah,
hate it.
yeah, and it's not. It's kind of just where it is in the Animorphs books. You know, you give it whatever score you want. It's not like this. A 10 doesn't mean this is the best book I've ever read.
We're
of any-
comparing it against the road.
Context matters.
road.
Okay.
The road.
Patrick. Yeah. Okay. Who else? Me? You? Emily? Alex?
I'd give it a 6. Like, I will say it hit me harder reading it this time than the last time I read it, which was when I narrated it.
Okay.
Particularly the scene in the Yeerk pool. That
Mm-hmm.
maybe because I haven't re-engaged with these books in a while, and contemporary events being what they are, just some of the reports of moms screaming for their children and horror and pain just hit really hard. But otherwise, the oatmeal thing, like you say, it feels so silly. But then, like you said, Alex, it actually results in this really nuanced, deep conversation about like ethics in warfare.
Yeah.
That was really, I mean, that's why I love this. That's
Mhm.
why I go so hard for this series and like practically cried at Catherine Applegate's feet a month or two ago when I met her for the first time. Oh my God. I know it was, look, we all have our fandoms. And anyway, but it's one of the reasons that I love this series so deeply is because, like, yeah, these are often very silly books, but they're really wrestling with very deep themes. You know, Cassie's got sort of the ethics corner, Rachel's got the violence corner. Like, they've all got their sort of thing that they're wrestling with. And those are so much deeper. Like, they read just as well as an adult as they, in fact, I would say they read even better as an adult than they did when I was 12, 13. So, yeah.
Okay.
I got all these experiences to draw on.
Yeah. Damn experience.
I feel kind of like, there's a lot of like, I thought more the fact that there were so many highlight scenes that I forgot about, or that I forgot were in this book, I should say, that those really stuck out to me. Is this the best Rachel book we've had? No, because the LMS one was pretty
Seven
good.
is one of
Yeah, 7's pretty good.
really
But it
strong
might be next. I don't know. The puberty book and then
it
like the
wasn't
visitor.
Jonathan Taylor
Yeah.
Thomas. Okay, but for me, genuinely, that is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah. I totally get it. Totally get
Sorry.
it. Can't take away from that one. I'd probably the oatmeal thing is so ridiculous, especially because you know that this is just gonna be like, are they gonna? Do you think they'll do more things with this? I guess we'll find out. 6. I give it a 6.
Okay. Well, I'm going to buck the trend a little bit here. I really thought so much of this book was meh, and the idea that there are like a handful of spots where it is very redeeming and it's very interesting, and again, the ethical conversation that occurs. That's the most characterization we get by leaps and bounds in any part of the book. And then the ending where Rachel very much being this almost autonomous driven force rather than being the more understandable middle schooler, kid, teenager that we're expecting, is fascinating to see, but it is definitely not the same as walking through her motives and her understanding. I don't feel like we get enough of her for being in her head. I didn't get enough internal monologue from Rachel. And that was frustrating in a lot of places where it was more about how am I reacting to the circumstance than how am I feeling about these circumstances, which, kind of bummed me out. So I would say I would probably give this one 4.5 Andalite limbs tied up by a metal rope in the Yeerk pool.
4.5 because the tail.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Because they put the little sheath on the tail. I loved that. I thought that was so cute. I'm like, all right, now we got to put the safety bag on your tail. Adorable.
I'm just going to morph out of this, right?
Yeah. I feel all the way you said. The only pushback I'd give is that I think with Rachel, she did show more of like the I gotta say let's do it, even though I don't want to. Like you see, you see her feeling like I gotta fill my role more, and I don't really remember seeing that so much in the previous ones. I think it was the first one I really started to see Rachel come out as Rachel. But other than that, I could totally see anyone going from like a 3 to a 7 on this book. I could think all of it's justified. Well, we made it through the underground, but I want to talk to Emily about her experience even recording these things in the first place. This is a pretty awesome deal to be able to do this, especially if you're a fan of the project. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I have narrated almost 800 books at this point in my career across myself and my pseudonym and the stuff that I did for Library of Congress and stuff I did even before all of that. So like I've done like 800 books. Still, when people are like, so like, what have you narrated? I'm like, the Animorphs. So like it very, very hard fangirl. Even when I got the audition, I actually had to hire a director to help me work on the audition because I was so overwhelmed with the magnitude of like auditioning for this series that had been so massively impactful to me as a preteen that like I couldn't even engage with the text because I was just like, and so I had to hire a director to help me audition.
That would be
And
me, yeah.
then when I landed it, I mean, I'm pretty sure I texted my siblings who also were huge fans at the same time as I was, at all caps, like, oh my God, I had it! Ah! Like just all caps, all exclamation marks. And like, I'm pretty sure I cried. So yeah,
Oh man.
it was such a treat, and still is one of the things I am most delighted to have narrated.
Yeah. I gosh, like I think I mean when people say they're like where did this rank on your books as a kid? Like
Animorphs?
yeah.
Ah.
I mean it was up there, man.
I mean, in terms of most impactful things I read as a kid, top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree.
Massive.
I agree.
Massive. It was like this, Babysitter's Club, a couple random romances, and maybe Nancy Drew Hardy Boys. Like, I think that's really the short list. So
How active have you been in the fandom and community and stuff since?
not actually, strangely. We lived very sheltered lives growing up. So we really weren't online. We, didn't watch TV or anything. And so like I missed the fandom growing up. I didn't even know it existed
Oh wow.
until I was doing the audiobooks and suddenly discovered that there was this huge fandom that had been so active and that I had completely missed. And that, now that a bunch of us were older, we're still sort of active. And so, but even then, fandom is just it's not my default mode. And so I don't really I don't do that much online other than like work stuff. Like I'm really only on Facebook and Instagram for work, and I'm not on Reddit, and I don't really hang out in other spaces. So if the fandom continues apace, good for everyone, and I am unfortunately missing all of it all over again. But I did learn a lot when I did a Reddit AMA sometime not too long after I started narrating the books. I did a Reddit AMA, and then that was the last time I did a podcast for Animorphs, was the Animorphology podcast. And it was like March 2020.
Okay.
We
All right.
recorded that first episode.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it that's a time capsule, but that's really most of what I learned about the fandom and sort of the fandom discussions and things that I never knew Catherine Applegate, and Michael Grant had talked about in public. I didn't know any of those until that period. So well after I was deep into narrating the series. I say the series like I narrated all 54 books. I did not. I narrated Rachel's 10, 12 books, something like that. And
It's
then
still a slice
the
of it. Yeah,
extras. Yeah, and then the Megamorphs and yeah. So I think it was maybe 15 books on the end or something.
Is there anywhere that fans can go to like see what you're doing these days and follow you and find your stuff and things like that?
Yeah, totally. If I'm most active anywhere, it's Instagram. That has the mix of my personal stuff and my professional stuff. So books that I'm releasing, classes I'm teaching, various performing I do. I'm a cabaret singer, and so it's sort of all in one, plus pictures of my cats, who you might have heard. Thanks, Graham and Sam. And occasional hiking and or other nature photos. It's just sort of a mix of things I like and things I'm doing. So
Nice.
yeah.
I really appreciate you coming to do this.
Oh
It's
my
really cool.
gosh. I was honored.
I mean, it's really cool for it like to hop on for something silly like this. I love it. I really
Always.
appreciate your time.
Literally always. And
Well-
a joy to get to go back and read this again and be like, oh man,
Oh,
is
yeah.
it time for a whole series reread? Oh
Yeah.
my.
I know. I'll probably do one again after I finish this podcast with these guys.
Good
Well, and
idea.
every once in a while, I like to ask for our guests they're much more thoroughly steeped in things. But is there a Rachel book upcoming that you're excited for someone who is reading it for the first time to experience for the first time?
I think I know the answer to that.
22.
Yeah.
22. I don't have long to wait. This is great.
Yeah.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Exciting news.
Yeah. That's the next
Love that.
Rachel book. Yeah.
It's a good
Yes,
one.
It is.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
22 and then following that, 54.
Okay. So a little bit further afield for that one.
54, 52? Yeah. What's the
Mhm.
last book in the series? 54, right?
54, yeah.
Yes.
54 is the last one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Have fun.
Well, okay.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Me too.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Well, I'm not going to
Yep.
hype it up. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
I might check the next
We
one
sure
out on
will.
audiobook. Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
right.
Well, until next time, when we're nearing the end of season 2. Awesome. We'll get her done.
Yeah.
Thanks,
That's
guys.
how they get you.
That is how they get you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having
Bye.
me.
Animorphs 55, the podcast, is a fan-driven, nostalgic podcast created by Zach Hurdle, Patrick Viersba, and Alex Holton. But don't tell the Yeerks. Theme music provided by Neko Boy. Podcast artwork by Rachel Hurdle. Episodes edited by Patrick Viersba. Based on the 90s sci-fi kids series written by K.A. Applegate, Michael Grant, and other contributing authors. To contact the show, email animorphspodpeople@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
And opinions expressed by our guests do not necessarily reflect the views of the Animorphs 55 the podcast crew.